Hey folks, hope all of you are doing great. Welcome back to Dead Silence Archives. Today we have a fresh, real incident from Europe for you all. This is a case that didn't just disturb one family, but terrified an entire town in England, confused police officers, and forced investigators to admit that something inside a normal-looking house was violent, intelligent, and fully aware of the people living inside it. What you're about to hear is not folklore. It's not an exaggerated urban legend. This is a real case, documented, investigated, and lived. My name is John Pritchard, and this happened to me at 30 East Drive, Pontefract in West Yorkshire, England. In August of 1966, my husband Joe, our daughter Diane, and I moved into that house believing it would be a fresh start. It was a council house, simple and affordable, located in a quiet neighborhood where children played outside and neighbors knew each other. Nothing about the place suggested danger. The walls looked ordinary, the rooms felt small but warm. If I hadn't lived through what followed, I would never have believed such a house could hold so much darkness. The first few days were calm, almost too calm. The silence inside the house felt thick, like the air wasn't moving properly. At night, there were no normal house sounds, no creaking, no wind through the walls, just stillness. I remember lying in bed thinking it felt like the house was listening. A few nights after we moved in, I was alone in the kitchen washing dishes when I heard footsteps upstairs. They were heavy, slow, and deliberate. I assumed Joe had come home early and called out to him, but there was no response. When I went upstairs to check, every room was empty. I brushed it off as imagination, but that feeling never left me. That same night, I woke up unable to move. I felt the mattress sink beside me as if someone had sat down. Then came the pressure on my throat. Invisible hands squeezing tighter and tighter until my vision blurred. I couldn't scream. I couldn't breathe. When the pressure finally released, I sat up gasping for air, convinced someone had been in the room. But the door was locked. Joe was asleep beside me. There was no explanation. After that night, things escalated quickly. Objects began moving on their own. Chairs scraped across the floor when no one was near them. Ornaments flew from shelves and shattered against walls. Doors slammed so hard that the frames cracked. I would wake up covered in bruises with no memory of how I got them. Long red marks appeared on my arms and legs. Finger-shaped bruises formed around my neck. Then I saw him for the first time. The man in black stood at the foot of my bed one night. Tall, completely still, no face, no features, just a darker shape in the darkness. He didn't move toward me, he didn't speak. But the fear I felt was unlike anything I had ever known. I knew he was watching me, studying me. The house became violent. I was shoved down the stairs in broad daylight and landed at the bottom in pain while my daughter screamed. Doctors later confirmed my injuries, but no one could explain how it happened. Plates lifted off tables and smashed against walls. Furniture moved as if pushed by unseen hands. My daughter began waking up at night crying, saying a man was standing in her room watching her sleep. We called the police again and again. At first, they thought we were exaggerating. That changed when they started witnessing things themselves. Officers saw stones fly across rooms without being thrown. They watched objects lift into the air and drop right in front of them. One officer wrote in his report that there were no wires, no tricks, and no explanation. Then the house spoke. It wasn't a whisper, it wasn't a noise. It was a voice, deep, raspy, male. It came from nowhere and everywhere at once. I am here. Later it gave a name. I am Fred. That name led us to a horrifying discovery. Local records revealed that a man named Fred Jackson once lived on the same land. He was known for abusing young girls. When villagers confronted him, they killed him and buried him beneath the house. No grave, no marker, just dirt covering bones. Whatever was in that house wasn't lost. It wasn't confused. It knew exactly who it was. and it hated me. I was attacked repeatedly, scratched, dragged, pinned down by invisible hands. Religious items were ripped off walls and thrown across rooms. Crosses shattered. The entity mocked us, watched us, and reacted to our fear. It enjoyed it. Investigators came, writers came, paranormal researchers came. Some refused to enter certain rooms. Others left shaken and pale. They documented intelligent responses, emotional reactions, and direct physical attacks. This wasn't a haunting replaying the past. This was something living in the present, something claiming ownership. One night, after months of terror, the activity slowed. The house grew quiet again. But before it did, the voice spoke one final time, echoing through the hallway. "This house is mine." We eventually moved out, but the house didn't change. Even today, people report footsteps, cold spots, and a tall, dark figure standing upstairs. The house still stands, still feared, still remembered. Some places don't want families, they want control, and once they choose you, they don't let go easily. If you want to listen to more real stories like this, please subscribe to Dead Silence Archives. And if you have any suggestions or know of a case we should uncover next, leave a comment below. Because some stories don't end when you leave the house. They wait.